Hi, King One Jump here. Today we're going to be doing RavineRun. Oh boy. So, I haven't played this map, or if I have, it was ages ago because I cannot remember a single thing on this map. Recently I've been guided by my parents on some extra studying outside of school, just to help improve some things such as English, speaking. It's not concentration, what is it called? It starts with C. I don't know, it's like understanding what's being said. I'm trying to... There's a word for it. My brain is blocking it out, I'm not sure why. It's like and understanding concepts, sort of. Or like what's being properly said in a text and stuff. Because trying to like bypass all the jargon and such is tricky for me. So anyway, that's what I'm working on recently. Or that's what I've been working on recently. I also managed to get 2 other people to do their challenge for the game show, which is pretty good. And this also means that possibly tonight I can have a trivia, which is pretty fun. I like trivia. Eliminating a contestant, I'm happy to do that. I think I've said this before, but my favorite part about the game show is the fact that I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm always surprised every time that something strange occurs, because I can predict as much as I want, but that's never gonna... There's no way that that's gonna be, you know, the actual order of events that happen in the season. Like I remember predicting who would be eliminated first, who would win, and I got those totally wrong, which is fun. It's also a thing of chance, where if you've got people who are strong in one skill set, you kind of think, oh, they should be fine. Maybe they'll make it through and get somewhere in a good position in the game. Although the coolest part, I guess, about the game show is that it's really finding the jack of all trades. Because the player who's the jack of all traits will be decent in everything. So theoretically they shouldn't have to do trivia. Trying to find good trivia questions is a little tricky as well. Although you've got like really difficult sort of questions that you could like ask a person that no one will know. It's also just as good to have questions that everyone knows, because it's about reaction time, I guess. Reaction time and people's knowledge, and you have to find the good balance between that. I mean, I always find fun little trivia for, well, trivia, but sometimes it's not as good as it could be. And maybe the questions I've chosen aren't the best. Although really we'll just have to see. All I know is that the contestants are not allowed to... Oh yeah, my brightness is on bright. The contestants are not allowed to see the questions beforehand, for obvious reasons. If they look at the questions beforehand, they can memorize the answers and they can answer them way before they get asked. And that is bad because, you know, sort of ruins the whole surprise element. For music, I have to make a composition, which I usually love, but I'm unsure what to do this time. My music teacher strongly recommends maybe writing some sort of theatrical score of sorts, but those, well, they're not easy. I mean, sure, maybe if I had something to go off of as like a reference, I might be able to whip something together eventually, but I'm not sure. Although I do have one thing that will really help me, and that's the fact that I'm part of a wind ensemble orchestra thing that occurs every year or so. And I'm considering maybe writing a piece for that band to play. And it'll be fun. I think hearing a like an actual real set of instruments play one of my songs it'll be crazy. But I guess I'm a little shy sometimes about having to actually like talk about it, in the sense it's like go to each of the instruments and like point out things that might need to be changed, or basically conducting. Because I know that the current conductor of the band, if I were to make a piece, they would want me to try and conduct it. And yeah, I'm frightened of that, because oh my god, it's just like just feels like a big event. And I don't know if I'm the best to be conducting it, although I guess I am because I made the piece, so I know all you have to do is wave the baton around, but yeah. There's also the underlying thing where it's like, hey, I know that you're doing this piece, and I know that you've been putting work into it, but you know, you might have to change some things. Some people might take it as like a insult. I mean, if you take it as an insult, I don't think that's, you know, the right attitude for being in a band anyway. But there's always, it's just always the underlying thing. It's like, oh, I don't want to make anyone upset by, you know, telling them they're not playing it as well as they could have, like it could be. This is the fact that I don't know exactly what will be in the orchestra thing. I know some instruments might be like maybe a baritone saxophone, alto saxophone, maybe you've usually got bass clarinet. I think there's an oboe player. You got an army of flutes. I think there is a, what's it called again? French horn. I think there's a French horn in it, but I'm not too sure. And depending on who else is there, there'll also be other things. But you can never, if you feed everyone different parts, you never know how it's going to quite sound. So it just might not be a song suited for that group of instruments, which also could be something that's concerning. Although if it doesn't sound too good, I might scrap it and try and think of something else. If I were to also make that, I'd have to probably contact the conductor ahead of time just to tell them, because I don't want to make it like a surprise, like surprise, here's something I made that doesn't fit with your schedule. I don't know. There we go, checkpoint. Oh, wrong way. Alright. And that is this map. I think this map's actually quite fun. I think it's pretty cool. There's not much else to say about it. It's got good parkour. I think the design's alright. It's definitely got the sort of maze type decoration where you've got like high walls and such. But I think it works somehow. So, yeah, I like this. Anyway, goodbye. Oh, wait. That was wrong.